Halloween is a horror film and is directed by David Gordon Green and stars Jamie Lee Curtis. And the film is set 40 years after the original and shows Laurie Strode, once again played by Curtis, spending that time preparing for the return of Michael Myers. Yeah, I didn't love this film. There were quite a few things that just got under my skin that I really need to talk about. To get the positives out of the way, the best thing about this film, and like most other Halloween films, is Jamie Lee Curtis and Michael Myers. These two are consistently the best things about these films. And with this film completely ignoring the other sequels that happened, including the Laurie Strode character in H2O, here we are able to get a new twist to her character. And this was a welcome change. Michael Myers, like in the first film, is just pure evil and nothing else. No bullshit side points, and no stupid character additions. This Michael Myers harkens back to the original. In fact, this whole movie is a homage to the original. And this aspect of the film I liked, because not only does this film acknowledge the past, but it also tries to stay true to it. The opening titles retain the same color and font as the original. Even though I said at the start of this review that this film wasn't great, I still have to be honest, this is probably the best Halloween sequel out of all the sequels. Now getting into negatives, there was a lot that I didn't like. Even though this film does make callbacks to the original, it doesn't try anything new to reinvent the genre. To me, this was just a plain, simple slasher film. Nothing new was added to make this film memorable for years to come. An addition to this film that really got on my nerves was the humor, which was completely unnecessary. And this film was co-written by Danny McBride, and he's known for comedy, and yeah, this is pretty much his writing here. Not only was his comedy unfunny, but it took me out of a lot of moments. One scene in particular that tries to be funny is where two cops who have had no character development in the entire film are just talking about food. To me, the humor in this film just comes off as cheap. I saw this film with friends and one of them pointed this out to me. Besides Michael Myers, pretty much all of the male characters are either unlikable, pointless, are not on screen enough to be a good character, and to the complete opposite, all of the female characters were the best characters in the film. Pretty much the whole Strode family, from Laurie to the daughter to the granddaughter, were all really good characters. Even one of the babysitters was actually a well-written character. It's just all the male characters except Michael Myers were just assholes. In fact, one male character who is pretty much replacing Dr. Loomis has one scene that is a big twist in the movie, and this twist did not need to be in the film. To me, this added nothing and I hated it. Another problem I have is the film uses its focus poorly. And what I mean by that is the focus could have been put on someone else. For me personally, the whole film should have been Laurie Strode's story. This character has been preparing for Michael Myers' return for 40 years. But no, we've got to spend a lot more time on the teenager characters. And all of the male teenage characters were very cliche and, like I said, unlikable. And that's one of the major downsides for this film for me. A majority of this film should have been on Laurie Strode's character, but we just go into pointless detours with other characters. And with the teenager characters specifically, they were annoying. And I know in the original the teenage characters there were annoying, but at least they were enjoyable. Here, yeah, there's no joy to be had with these characters. The writing in this film also isn't very good. Not only is the dialogue cheesy, but it's also dated. The only character to have good lines is once again the Laurie Strode character. Although, to be fair, the final act kind of saved the movie for me. Overall, I still had a good time with this movie, but this could have been so much better. Like I said, the only good things in this movie were the Laurie Strode character played by Jamie Lee Curtis, Michael Myers, the last act of this movie, all of the female characters. Everything else sucked the life out of this film for me. Nearly all of the male characters were shit, the humor was unneeded, the twist with the replacement Dr. Loomis character was unnecessary. However, would I still recommend this film? Yes, because I still think this is the best Halloween sequel out of all the sequels. And this should be the final chapter. There shouldn't be any more after this. And I'm going to give Halloween a 6 out of 10. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see, be sure to like my Facebook page, follow me on Twitter, and subscribe to my channel below. As always, I'm NETX5. Thank you for watching.